Thank you,
And
thank you, Simon, for that wonderful presentation and for sharing the presentation with us. We in our second section, it's called Decoding University Webinar. We'll ask you questions that can help the students to understand why to apply to Montana State University and what is it for them. I hope you are fine with those questions, and
yes.
if you agree, then I will ask you those questions now.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay. So before I ask, I'll take Aruna's question for first. She went to your slide, and in information system there was showing M mark. So do you offer masters in information system, or what does M stand for?
Right. So it is actually a minor, right? So there is a BBA program, and in that they have an option of taking information system.
Perfect. Okay. Now, first, let me basically know Montana State University. Why should you apply? One definite reason is the low cost of education, and second is the scholarship that you offer, which is merit-based scholarship.
Yes.
Okay. These are two very, very good reasons. Besides, you said it's the safest location. There are many other factors in terms of 2% unemployment and other factors that you have told about. Yes. I want to focus on the golden plan, that the slide that you showed, the golden plan. Okay. Yes. Important thing is basically if a student has applied for a bachelor's program, got an I-20 for the bachelor's program, can he take a transfer to an associate program after he reaches the university?
Yes, he can do that. Now, there are a lot of advantages with doing an associate program in reducing the cost, and also they have this system where they'll do the 2-year program, right? And the student will then get to work 1 year, right? So then after that, he'll then be able to shift to another university, right? So mainly students we have who do this, who shift to the California State Universities as well, right?
Perfect. Now, this is important for all international students who find US expensive.
Yes.
Okay, I'm telling you straight away, this is very, very advantage point for all those students who have US expensive. The reason of me asking this question is because let's suppose you apply for an associate program sometimes, then you have a fear that you will not get visa. Okay, that fear of not getting visa. But if you apply for a bachelor's program, okay, and if you're able to get your visa, and you later on, if the university is ready to transfer you to an associate program, first, basically, your cost of $19,000 becomes $9,000. So you save 10,000 US dollars.
Yes.
So that's a huge cost. Second is that, a bachelor's program is of 4 years. Yes. So you're not losing any year. You're not losing any year. Yes. If you're doing a bachelor's program, after 4 years, you may get 1 year of OPT, yes. Or in case of STEM, you may get 1 + 2, that is total 3 years of OPT. So, yes. Okay. Whereas in this, after 2 years, you get 1 year of OPT.
1 year. Yes.
So you have not basically, your program remains still 4 years, but yes. In between that 2 years, you have 1 year of OPT, so you can take work. And this work experience is very valuable in US because it will add to your resume, it will add to your profile, it will help you to network with the industries, it will help you in getting jobs faster. So it's a big plus. It will reduce your cost further because you are anyway paying $9,000 and doing the OPT when you're going to work, you're going to earn doing your OPT. So that reduces your cost further. And then you are going to a university where the fees could be a little high, but you have at least saved 2 years of money. You have also earned money from that 1 year of OPT. And then basically you are going to take a transfer to a bachelor's degree. And if the same program is available in Montana State University, you can take a transfer directly to the Montana State University. You don't have to go to any other university campus. You can do that. Or you also have an option to apply to some other university with your associate program. Based on your GPA, you would be able to get a transfer. Now, the university also has tie-up with a lot of other universities, US universities. So through that internal mechanism also, you will be able to get transfer to the university. Am I right, Simon?
Yes, sir, definitely. We have an international team who will help the student in this process. So it is a seamless process. And as I mentioned, the cost becomes very less because the base fee itself is $9,000. And I just want to add that even on this associate program, there is scholarships, right? So based on their GPA, the students will get from $500 to $2,500, right?
Okay.
It is a good pathway, and students, they can get into good universities as well, right? So they, of course, they need to maintain their GPA during the first 2 years. They definitely do need to study, but they have very good options with this program.
Perfect. Now, the second related question regarding the golden plan that I wanted to ask was the scholarship. The first is basically a student applies for a bachelor's program. The student has good academics. The student gets scholarship for the bachelor's program. Yes. You know, he goes and he takes a transfer to the associate program. You know, will based on his academic, will still be able to get the scholarship?
Yes, sir. So they have mentioned very clearly, and the scholarship is based purely on the GPA. So depending on their GPA scale, they will get scholarship straight away from $5,000 to $2,500, and this they'll get it every year.
Perfect. Right. So this becomes more attractive because one, let's suppose the cost from 19,000 has become 9,000, which is more affordable now. You have saved straight away $10,000 per year. Yes. Okay, you have saved $10,000 per year without losing a year. You are doing the same bachelor's degree in 4 years, but you are saying $20,000. You are doing it in basically $9,000 first year, $9,000 second year. You are doing an associate degree and then taking a transfer directly to the bachelor's degree in the third year. And third year and fourth year, you get your bachelor's degree. So you're not losing any year, you're saving your cost. Now, and plus you get the scholarship. So when you're going to get the scholarship, this scholarship is for both years, provided you maintain a GPA. I guess the GPA is around 2.5 or is it higher?
Sir, starting scholarship, they do from 2.75.
Okay. So you need to maintain a GPA of 2.75 to 2.99 if you want a $500 scholarship. In the second year, first year, based on your academics you have got, I'm telling you on the second year, if you have to maintain a GPA of 3 to 3.24 to get a scholarship of $1,000 in the second year, 3.25 to 3.49 if you want a scholarship of 1,500 in the second year. Am I right?
Sir, scholarship, actually, it is based on the marks, previous marks itself.
Right. So first the student gets the marks, he gets the scholarship. And the second year scholarship will be based on the first year marks, right? At the associate.
Yes.
Right. So to maintain the scholarship, he will have to get the corresponding GPA that he has got. So that at least if he has got a scholarship of 1,500 and if he wants the scholarship to be continued for the second year, he should get a GPA of minimum 3.25. Am I right?
Yes, sir. And anyway, the students have to maintain the GPA because they are going to be transferring as well.
Right. So a good GPA will help you to get transferred to a
better university.
Yes. Perfect. So that makes Montana State University quite affordable and cheap because you are doing your first 2 years of your bachelor's degree, I would put it that way, in $9,000.
Exactly.
Right? And the balance 2 years, you have an option to either continue in Montana State University, the same program is available, or the university will help you to take transfer to other universities wherever possible. Perfect. So that was the key USP of Montana State University on why you should apply to Montana State University and what is it for you. Okay. Now, the second question I just want to ask is about the STEM programs. Can you just highlight what all STEM programs do you have? And if you can let us know, our students, those STEM programs.
Right. So we mainly our programs are arts related. Now there is associate program in computer science, after which if the student is completing in computer science, then it will be a STEM program, right? So we do have STEM programs related to computer science, but the BBA and the other health related, public health, public relation, those are all non-STEM programs.
Okay. So I have a question for Mayu, which I'll take it up. He has done his bachelor's in hotel management, and he wants to go for a master's program.
Okay.
So do you have a program which can suit him based on his bachelor's degree?
So I think the best suit we have will be MS Public Relation, right? We don't have hotel management related programs, but MS Public Relation is something in a similar field, and that program we have.
Okay. Now, the second thing is, does your university accept 15 years of education?
Yes, we do accept 15 years of education.
So that means any student who has done that 12 plus 3 years of bachelor's can apply for a master's program directly at your university.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I guess, Mayu, if you could unmute yourself and ask, because I'm a little confused, is 12th standard percentage is counted and how much percentage need to apply? So he has done his bachelor's. So what type of, your bachelor's percentage should be around, is it around 60, 65%?
60%.
Yes, sir, it's 65, first class I have distinction.
Okay. So if it is 60 and above, it is not an issue. You can apply.
Okay. Now the question is that, will he be eligible for some scholarship? Because you have told about scholarship for undergraduate. What about graduates? Are there any scholarships, assistantships available for graduates who want to apply?
Right. So traditionally, we don't have any scholarship for the master's program because if you're looking at the fee already, it is quite low. It is around 17,000.
17,000.
Yeah. Yes. But being a national university, after the first year of study, there are certain research options where they can get some assistantship, but that is dependent on each department, right? So it will depend on your performance in the first year, on your GPA. You will have to have a good relation with your professors as well. And of course, the availability of a research, it is limited in each department, but the option is there, right? Of getting a assistantship. Right.
So for those programs that are not research based, is there a graduate assistantship or a teaching assistantship? If the student is academically performing good in GPA, is there an opportunity for them?
Yes, the option is there, but as I told you, it is limited, right? So the student has to really stand out. But other than that, I think compared to other private universities, the cost is already quite low. Right. Because on average, you'll find that it is usually $22,000 to $25,000 above most of the private universities.
Perfect. Yes, $17,450 is quite reasonable. The university is known because it's quite affordable. It's a public university and quite affordable, quite reasonable. My next question is basically about the on-campus jobs, whether students are allowed for off-campus jobs, and what type of support the university offers for on-campus or off-campus jobs.
Yes. So we do have on-campus jobs as well, right? Especially in the clubs and the recreational activities, the cafes, right? All of these are segments where students get part-time jobs. Now, if they're having difficulty, we have an international students team. Students can approach them and find help regarding part-time jobs. So in-campus jobs are there. And we'll help you apply for the social security number. They'll be doing that online. And generally the students, on average, it is taking nearly 6 months to get the social security number. Once you get the social security number, you can legally work outside campus as well. So you can work for 20 hours outside campus.
Okay. So initially for the first 6 months till you get your social security number, you have to do on-campus jobs.
On campus.
And once you get your social security number, you have an option to do either on-campus or off-campus jobs.
Yes.
Perfect. So that will basically bring down your cost of education and make it further less. Now, I just want to check how many credits are required to complete the master's program.
Right. So master's program, generally we need around
30 credits.
30 credits, yes. Standard.
Yeah. So, can the student have an option of finishing the program early, let's say in 18 months?
Yes, generally the programs they get over by 20 months. And if the student is able to cover more credits, he can do it within 18 months as well.
Okay. Perfect. So now basically understanding that, I want to add one more factor is the CPT. Though it was not talked anything, can a graduate student take a CPT without losing the OPT? Is that option available for a graduate student?
Right. So because our programs, especially the graduate master's programs, they are non-STEM, the student would be eligible for 1 year only.
Okay, perfect. So understanding now that basically a student can work 20 hours per week. I'm just talking about the USP of your university, which is your cost, and how student can use it to further reduce the cost. So they can work basically on campus for 6 months, first 6 months. After 6 months, when they have social security number, they are allowed to work 20 hours per week on campus, off campus, combine whatever possible. Now, you also talked about basically your university having a job fair twice in a year, where basically the companies come and the students can apply for jobs. Can you just let us know more about that? How jobs are possible, how easy it is for students to get a job, within how much time the student finds a job? Can you just help on that?
So we have around 20 companies which come in and have these fairs. Now they have your traditional fairs where you can apply and attend an interview. We also have some of the companies, they'll be doing some competitions as well, right? Traditionally speaking, outside India, the job fairs and placements as such, the system is not there in US. But this university does provide this option. And also, of course, it is also through the networking and alumni networks, which also play a very important role in US. That also helps students get jobs, right? And we find that within 3 months, more than 90% of students, they get jobs in the same field. Right?
Okay, perfect. So since you talked about alumni network, how can a student basically contact an alumni? Do you have a platform for all alumni?
Yes. So we do have a lot of alumni meets, which we do, and it is through meeting these alumni, and definitely the students also will be interacting with them in these meets and also on online platforms as well. So all these help them, and the networking will help them get jobs. Right?
Perfect. There is a question from Mayur, which I would like to take now. Normally, universities don't have any age bar when applying. So is Montana State having any age bar for bachelor's or master's program?
Right. So there is no age bar as such, but regarding gap, if you're talking about gaps in study, around 3 years is fine, right? If it is more than 3 years, we would need proper justification, right? And especially if the student has been working, it is not an issue at all, right? So up to 3 years, they'll do without justification.
Perfect. So if you are able to substantiate your gap, which means that if you have been working in those years, that means you age bar is not a problem. Gap is not counted. You can have 5 years or 6 years as long as you're working. But if you are not been doing anything, then that maximum is 3 years of gap that is acceptable. Am I right?
Yes. There could be students who have been studying for something else, and up to 3 years it is fine. But beyond that, the student will have to justify.
Perfect. Okay. One more thing that I want to highlight about Montana State University. Nowadays, basically, there are a lot of universities who ask GRE, GMAT, SAT. They are not accepting Duolingo scores. Yes. And Montana State is one of those few universities which is flexible, which doesn't require your GRE, doesn't require GMAT, doesn't require SAT. They accept Duolingo scores. So yes, that's a huge, huge plus point that Montana State University has.
Yes, sir. We accept Duolingo score, and only 100 is required for master's program, right? So right, it is quite easy for students as well.
So let me just highlight before I ask the next question about Montana State University. One, it's quite affordable. Yes. Okay, it has one of the few universities that have low fees, low tuition fees. It has a golden plan whereby student can go for an associate degree for 2 years, and then basically your associate degree will cut down your cost. Here also you will be allowed to work 20 hours per week. Here also you are eligible for scholarship. In bachelor's also you are eligible for a merit-based scholarships, and they don't require SAT, GMAT, GRE. They accept Duolingo scores. Yes. One more thing that I want to talk about Montana State University is there are a lot of universities that are now asking for course evaluation, either by WES or other bodies. And Montana University accepts 15 years of education, and yes, they don't require course evaluation or WES evaluation. Am I right?
Yes, sir. We don't need WES evaluation, and we are accepting 15 years.
Yeah. That's make Montana State University the one of the few universities which are affordable, as well as basically having less admission requirements, so that international students can join, and also scholarships are offered. So a lot of flexibility in the program, which basically international students can take. And if you are interested to apply to Montana State University, then do book a Zoom one-on-one appointment, because there would be a special counseling for you, and you would take some benefits as well when you are applying to basically EACC. So use this benefit and connect with us. In case you are in a WhatsApp group, then connect your admin and they will book a Zoom one-on-one. In case you are basically watching this on YouTube, you will have the Zoom one-on-one appointment in the description link, and you can connect with us. That's wonderful, Simon. You have touched on so many different questions, so many points, and helped students to understand why students should apply to Montana State University. What is it for them? Anything that you want to end with, from your end, that you want to highlight it about Montana State University, which I have missed?
So I think it is definitely a very good option for students. It is very affordable and very highly accredited, being a public university. So we have good programs as well, right? And associate pathway is also, the golden plan is also a very affordable pathway where the students are able to bring down the tuition fee, right? So these are the major highlights, and even the application is very straightforward, right? So I want to thank everyone, especially EACC, for inviting me and being able to reach students, right? So we are looking forward to your support, sir.
Thank you, Simon. That was wonderful. I just missed out. It's a AACSB accredited business school.
It is a AACSB accredited business school. So it is very highly accredited. Not many universities and colleges have this accreditation. Right?
Only 5%. Only 5% is there. Universities across the world have this accreditation. 5% of the universities across the world, okay, have this accreditation. And Montana State University is AACSB accredited. Perfect. And the application fee for undergraduate is 35 and for graduate program is 45 USD. Am I right?
Yes, sir. So
maybe basically, what I could look for is basically maybe some waiver, application fee waiver for our students, but I know it's, I'm asking too much, but just a request.
It's just that we want students who are very focused. I think it is quite reasonable. But there is no I-20 deposit or anything like that. It is just the application.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for presenting Montana State University to us. Thank you.